Life can be scary. Its challenges can be crushing. And yet, the core of Islamic belief is an understanding that we have no power and that Allah has all the power. And this is how a Muslim shoulders the challenges of this worldly life. A Muslim makes good goals, good intentions, and then instead of holding the weight of those intentions on his or her shoulders, a Muslim says, Insha'Allah. Instead of depending on our own weak selves, a Muslim faces challenges head on by connecting themselves to the source of all power, the Creator, Allah. And in this manner, even the smallest of tasks or the greatest of challenges are faced while knowing that our job is to try, and we leave the results to Allah. And I guess what we want to discuss today is what happened to Insha'Allah. Something that was a core part of Islamic practices has turned into something that even non-Muslims know is a loophole for saying no.
Will you tell us how much you paid in federal income taxes in 2016 and 2017?
Millions of dollars.
You paid millions of dollars?
Millions of dollars.
So
yes.
not 750?
Millions of dollars. And you'll get to see it. And you'll get to see it. But let me just tell you.
You see, saying Inshallah, if Allah wills, it's so important that one time the Prophet, peace be upon him, was approached by the non-Muslims of Mecca with some questions. And he said, I'll answer you tomorrow. You see, prophets are high-ranked people, and even the smallest of their mistakes are considered much larger than they would be for you and I. The Prophet said, I'll answer you tomorrow, but he did not say, Insha'Allah. And Allah withheld the revelation. He withheld the answers. And when the revelation finally came after a while, in that Allah told the Prophet, peace be upon him, وَلَا تَقُولَنَّ لِشَيْءٍ إِنِّي فَاعِلٌ ذَلِكَ غَدًا إِلَّا أَن يَشَاءَ اللَّهُ. That don't ever say regarding something that you're going to do it tomorrow without saying Insha'Allah. At the time of Musa, upon him be peace, his followers found a dead body and they wanted to know the murderer. And Allah told them that if you were to slaughter a cow, Allah will tell you the answer. But because they didn't really want to do it, they were procrastinating, they kept asking more and more questions in order to delay the fulfillment of the command. And finally, in the third question, they said, وَإِنَّا إِنشَاءَ لَمُهْتَدُونَ. Insha'Allah, on the answer of this third question, we're going to be guided. And some scholars say that because they said Insha'Allah, they finally got the will from Allah to not ask any more questions. Even when the worst of people use Insha'Allah, they see the blessings of it. For example, the Ya'juj and Ma'juj, the evil horde of people that the hadith tell us are behind a barrier. Every single day, they try to dig out of that barrier. And every day, Allah refills that barrier, so their efforts go in vain. But one day, when they are finally stopping for the day, the person in charge of them will say, فَسَتَحْفِرُونَهُ غَدًا إِنشَاءَ ta'ala. We will dig this tomorrow, Insha'Allah. And the day they say Insha'Allah, the next day is the day they will be able to escape. So Insha'Allah is a huge power that we all need to embrace and get into our lives. At the end of the day, the Prophet's whole life was telling people to stop focusing on the worldly aspect of things and to think about the spiritual element of things. When he would ask the companions, who is a poor person. He would take their minds away from a person without worldly wealth and towards a person who was deprived of spiritual character. When he would ask, who is a strong person, he would take the companion's mind off physical strength and toward the strength of controlling one's anger. And that's exactly what Insha'Allah is. It takes our mind off the worldly means and diverts it towards the Creator. So let's start saying Insha'Allah. Insha'Allah.